We started exactly at 5 p.m., but it takes a couple of minutes for more people from Leher to join in. We were having a water cooler discussion. Now we'll just formally get started with our session. Hi everyone, I'm Jatin. I'm the co-founder of ECHI Network. We host engaging startup networking meetups in 25 global cities in 15 countries. Now we host a lot of online programs. We've just started hosting ECHI shows on Leher app, which is a wonderful
For me,
experience
it's
also.
freezing.
So today's theme is Startup Roller Coaster. So what we do in this theme is to invite our founder friends to come and share about ups and downs about their entrepreneurial journey and share about their personal experiences. So those of you who have any questions, you can ask in the chat. Towards the second half of the session, we will invite some of you to also share your experiences, and we'll get to the discussion. Today we have three awesome founders who joined us. This time from a different cities. Yesterday all were from Ahmedabad, so I'm really happy that the people from outside of Ahmedabad are also joining this discussion. So we'll just do a brief introductions of everyone, and then we'll get started with the questions that we want to have. We started at 5. We want to finish around 5:35, 5:40. If you can briefly introduce yourself, Diti.
Sure. So I'm a technologist by my qualification and have been technologist for about 21 years now. I studied in the US, then I worked in the US for 10 years, then I came back in 2010 for my personal reasons and I took a break in my career after having my son, and then I started entrepreneur journey. I started out with a software development company. In 2014, we started with a product, and then we realized that just one product for a very niche customer base may not go too far, because our customer base was government and government agencies. So we thought, okay, we should expand. So we and slowly morphed into client serving, and then from then onwards, I started journey as a standalone consultant, product consultant, and then now again back I'm into like full-on startup mode, and I'm doing conventional as in technology startup, as well as little non-conventional technology startup also. I'm getting into international product trading, as in not the software products, but the physical products, as in from one country to another country. I'm getting into that also. So it's very excited. Yeah.
Awesome. And Diti, you are based in which city?
I'm based in Baroda right now.
Okay,
I've lived
awesome.
in many cities so far.
Brilliant. Honey, if you can briefly introduce yourself.
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. Thanks, Jatin, to having me here. I'm a founder of Torchit, is a social enterprise working towards empowering differently able community by providing most innovative assistive solutions so they can live their life uplifted and empowered. And like our assistive device like Sarthi, which helps a visually impaired person to identification of any obstacle in front of them, so they can walk without bumping into them without any sighted person's assistance. They can walk freely without any support, and they can be empowered. They can go around anywhere.
Awesome. And Honey, you are based in which city?
Yeah, Ahmedabad only.
Okay, Ahmedabad. One more Ahmedabad guy. Ashna, if you can briefly introduce yourself.
Yes. Hi everyone, and thank you, Jatin sir. So I'm based in Chandigarh. So I'm a psychology professional and I'm an entrepreneur also. I started my startup when I was 23 years old, and it's been 5.5 years now. So I run a psychology-based coaching institute in Chandigarh, but now we are online. So we are basically targeting pan India. So we are into psychology coaching. We prepare students for their psychology. We prepare them for various workshops like counseling, and we are also into research training. So that's what we do. And now I was also doing my PhD, but I dropped it. But now I'm enrolled in IIM Calcutta for a 1-year women leadership course.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ashna, for joining. Friends, in case if you want to ask any...
Jatin, if you don't mind, so in my introduction, I meditate every day. I do Vipassana, and plus I also exercise every day since almost 27, 28 years. I've been exercising regularly, and I'm vegan. I think if people have to know me, they have to know this aspect also.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Diti. And friends, in case if you want to ask any questions, you can ask in the chat, or later on we can have some of you also share your experiences. So the theme for this particular program is Startup Roller Coaster, and where people talk about ups and downs of building a business. If you can share about your happiest moment of your entrepreneurial journey, and a specific instance, that what was that key moment for you?
So the happiness moment was the starting up. I come from a family where nobody had any entrepreneur or the business background. I was the first generation entrepreneur in my family on every side. In my family, people always had a job. And I was the first one. So that was the happiest moment in my life, somebody trusting my capabilities, partnering with me and agreeing to start up with me. That was the happiest moment, I would say.
Okay. And in your business, you mentioned that you pivoted. So which was that peak moment in your business?
In my business, so I think that's there is not one peak in a business. Every time you make
Correct.
a deal,
So, but,
you deliver a product, you satisfy customer. These are all like highs.
Correct. In the interest of this thing, we have to mention one or two moments.
So in the most recent, I'll mention that we just partnered with one of the very reputable olive oil company in Greece, and we decided to work with them. That is one of the cracking that deal is the high point, the most recent one. Yeah.
Awesome. Honey, which was the peak moment for your business that you felt really good?
Yeah, so there are two moments. Like it was like something first week of August 2016 when I was testing with my prototype and in a Vibrant Gujarat summit, and 2 or 3 blind people are walking with our prototype and walking from Mahatma Mandir Gate 3 in Gandhinagar to Gate 1 without colliding and bumping into any obstacle. So that was the like happiest moment of my life. Like my device, my made prototype help a visually impaired person to walk from A place to B place, and that's why I registered.
So nice.
That's why I registered my company in next week only, way back in 2016, and happiest moment when we touched more than 50,000 lives we have impacted in January 2020.
Brilliant. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much, Honey. Very inspiring. Ashna, your happy. So Honey was perfect. You mentioned the date also. So Ashna, which was your peak moment in your business?
So, honestly, during the COVID time, I actually thought that I might not be able to go back to my business. So I think the happiest moment was getting back to work after the COVID hit. Trust me, matlab, I had lost all my hope that I would join back my work. So that is my happiest moment, that the startup did not get over, the established business did not get over, and we still are surviving. So I think that's my happiest moment.
That's the time to celebrate. Yes.
So now we go to the little more difficult part of the session where you want to where you talk about the lowest point of your entrepreneurial journey and how did you make a comeback? What happened, Diti?
The biggest setback I had was my very first when I started up as a software development company. So we were working on Smart City project. The very first people we were working with was Vadodara Municipal Corporation. We did a pilot with them. We were going to live. I was told by the authorities that, okay, be ready. We are going live tomorrow. And next day in the morning, I was just kept waiting. Next day in the morning, I saw in the newspaper that some other people, their smart city project went live, and I was so heartbroken. That was the lowest point in my entrepreneurship journey. And yeah, it's part of the game, but I didn't expect that I will face this very first time, very first project, very first client, and I will face that. So that was, it took a lot of time for me to absorb that. My partner left because he thought that, okay, this is not happening, let's depart, and then I was on my own. But I slowly picked it up. I started finding other projects, finding clients, and carrying it forward, and here I am right now. Yeah.
Awesome. So when you were at that lowest point, what did you do? That like you started reading, reaching out to your friend circle. What are the things you did?
For 2-3 days, I was like totally blank what to do. I didn't know, but then I started coming out of it, and I was like, okay, now we have to do what to do next. Now I have to find solution. Now this is what has happened. So when you look for solutions, you find answers. That okay, I can do this. I can do this. I can reach out to people. I was out of my city. I grew up here, but I was out of the city for 13 years. And I was again relaunched here. I relaunched myself here again. And I was totally new again. Nobody knew me here. So I started going to various, I met you in Ahmedabad, of course. But then I started going to reach out to people, go to various organizations. There is FGI here, Federation of Gujarat Industries, then BCCI, and the BCCI, the BCCI, that's a totally different GCCI, I think, yeah.
Yes,
I started
GCC.
going to various conventions, bonding with people, talking to people, going to Vibrant Gujarat, meeting a lot of people, and started building my network and, presenting myself, what I do. And it's just such networking, talking to people, references. I started getting work, and I got out of it this way, yeah.
Yep. Awesome. Honey, what was your lowest moment and what did you do to make a good comeback?
Yeah, so like when I was launching my product in 2017, so that was the lowest moment because I was iterating every day, every new product and going back to NGO and blind users. Like, is this the perfect thing now? Like, you have to improve further. And I was being a topper in my university and going every day to Blind People Association and Blind NGO, and they are saying you have to improve further. And my every friend is preparing for the masters or their place, and being a topper of my university, I was just running after the NGOs and visually impaired, and I'm thinking what I'm doing right now because I graduated in March 2017 and I launched product of October 2017. So that 6 months is the very toughest. And today, if I rethink about those days, those are the golden days of my life where I learned a lot of things. And another big thing is in November 2020, my co-founder left because of COVID pandemic and everything. And we have ended up an inventory of more than a crore. Being a startup, when you have an inventory of a crore, then it is the toughest part. So like again thinking कि अभी नया क्या कर सकते हैं, now what next? So that's why we restarted our R&D and everything.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Ashna, your lowest point, and then what did you do?
Yes. Okay. So I think my lowest point was after the 1 year when I started off. So I started with a good space because it was a coaching institute and I had taken a good space for students and everything. The place which could accommodate good 20 to 30 students. So a time came when I had to downgrade and I had to shift the space I was in. And from a good space of 30 students, we shifted to a classroom which could only accommodate 10 students. And in that classroom, we had 10 chairs, a fridge, a cupboard, and we survived there for 3 years. And that, though it was the lowest point of my life, of my business, but I always thought I learned in that phase. I think the biggest journey is not the board outside the office, nothing like that, but it's what you create out of your business. The success stories you can even give out sitting under the tree. So I think that was my lowest phase. And I think what I did around that time was I used to shut all those voices outside that said give up, ghar se padha lo, and I was like, nahin, I have to be a professional. I am not going to give up. So I'm going to continue no matter what. So we survived there for the next 3 years, and that's my lowest point.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ashna. There are some questions I'll just marketing guy has asked. How is the transition from offline to online classes? Did the number of students change? How was that?
Yes, honestly, I was quite rigid because when we are like entrepreneur mindset तो बोलते हैं, but ना हम बहुत rigid भी होते हैं. We're quite rigid in changing ourselves, changing what's best for us also. So I wasn't ready after 5 months of the pandemic, I was still not ready to go online or move online. But then the discomfort has really been a blessing. It's actually a blessing in disguise. So pehle, we could only accommodate few kids. But now we are pan India and it's easier for kids. We are not just saving on the infrastructure, we are also saving on students' pocket with their conveyance charges and everything. So it's amazing. Matlab, yes, I think we have still maintained the quality even if we are online. So I think that's one thing we all need to learn. Ki classes mat bharo, Google Meet mein 100 mat le aao. But we have still maintained the quality, and I think the transition has been a blessing.
Awesome. So typically, all of you know that, so we do this at each eye panels where we open up for speakers to ask questions to each other. So Ashna, what would be your question to Honey or Diti in the context of this theme?
Okay, I think I'll ask Honey. I really want to know, even if we have so many ideas when we are starting out, we have so many ideas. What was that one moment where you were like, this is it, this is what I wanted to do, this is my calling? So what was that moment in your life?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, there's an event in India level, which is an International Business Summit. and we were supported by the government of Gujarat. And at that time, what happened? Na? Okay, I have opportunity of work in Adani because I did internship in Adani, and I was getting very high package. And as I said, I was the university topper. And at the same time, coming from a Sindhi business family, my father having a business. So my father was saying like all community, like everyone is coming study after shop. Like पढ़ाई करने के बाद शॉप पर आते हैं सभी, तो तुम भी आ जाओ. So I have that option. And third option was Torchit. Torchit was very beginning stage, like what to do. And like being a social entrepreneur, like family was saying to everyone कि हमारा बच्चा तो blind लोगों के लिए torch बनाता है. So they were in like कि उससे क्या कमा लेगा. So and when that moment happened ना कि like a blind person is completely unknown place पे one place से second place जाता है without any support, without any help के, and he cannot see but he can hear के हजारों लोग हैं, but without bumping into anyone I am going. And उसके बाद उसके जो reviews है ना कि आप हनी भैया आप प्रोडक्ट बनाओ एंड आई विल बी दी फर्स्ट वन, जो मैं पैसे जो मेरी फर्स्ट इनकम होगी उससे मैं खरीदूंगा प्रोडक्ट. आपको 5 महीने तो लग जाएंगे ना, 5 महीनों में मेरा जॉब लगने वाला है. तो दैट वर्ड्स गिव मी दी एनर्जी कि यार पैसे बाद में कमा लेंगे बट पहले ये कुछ करते हैं. एंड दिस इज हाउ after 12 months we launched our product in October 2017, and we are blessed to have more than 50,000 visually impaired are using our product in India, Africa, and other places.
Wow,
That's amazing.
wow,
Thank you
that's
so much.
amazing, really amazing.
We'll do a circle. Diti, what would be your question for Asna?
So what are the challenges you faced on online coaching when you conduct? I mean, how did you find your customer base? How did you expand?
Okay, that was very important because all these years I've been offline. All these years I am comfortable using a blackboard and meeting children. So it was quite difficult for me myself. But I think the challenge was because the kids are already studying online from the colleges. So what extra, what other kind of thing we are giving them that they are willing to study online. So we made sure that we get proper tools for online teaching also. So I think the biggest challenge was to how to create those classes creative and everything कि उनका वो attention span तब भी बना रहे online classes में.
Okay.
So, and the other thing was when I started online, I was teaching from home, and I knew it after a week that I cannot teach at home even if it's online because there's a भैया walking down and नीचे से आवाज आ रही है, मम्मा बुला रहे हैं. So it was quite distracting for me myself. So I've shifted to a co-working space. So I've come back to that space where even kids feel we are in a proper space even if it's online. So I think the biggest challenge was अपने ही mindset से I had to come out.
Okay.
It's fine.
Finding your clientele or finding students wasn't a challenge for you, as I understand.
Because we have been here like for 5 years. We have the brand is fine. So it's word of mouth now.
Oh, that's nice. Very nice.
And Asna had a relevant question. So in your experience, what was missing online that was better in offline? What is your observation?
Okay, so missing in the online. Okay, so because as a teacher and as a counselor myself, we have always been so warm. We have been providing warmth in our classroom. We can see kids face to face. Then the counseling starts and everything. So I think that human touch and that warmth is still missing in the classroom. But then we make sure when we see them online, we're still smiling and that. So I think the one thing it's offline में वो चीज नहीं है. It's the teacher and student का connect, which is it's not there.
Okay.
Rest
Awesome.
everything is fine.
Awesome. It's 5:22. We will finish at 5:30. Honey, what would be your question for Diti?
Yeah. So I have two questions, like how meditation helped you, and like how you get your first client.
The second question first, and the first question second, if it's okay.
Sure.
Yep.
So the first client. So we started out. I and my partner we brainstormed and we thought that let's the smart city, and that thing was very new and everybody was like talking about it. So let's get into that space. So when you talk about smart city, it's government, obviously. There is you cannot go to private sector and say I have smart city products you can use, software tools, whatever, but they have to be used by government. So I was in Baroda, so the easiest thing to approach was Vadodara Municipal Corporation. So I went and met the commissioner and their team, their IT team, everybody, and they went to the various, he suggested to go to various places and get the inputs, the requirements, and we translated it into what are the challenges we did a proper, we went on site and we translated into software and we created a web-based plus a mobile app kind of a solution for the challenges they were facing. And in the meantime, I also came across with this FGI I mentioned, Federation of Gujarat Industries, and they were running this Swachhata campaign because Modi was going to start that. It was before that, just a few months before that. So this became a lot of grievance management and this kind of stuff we offered, and we got started with that. So that is how I found it. It's just I was in Baroda, and Baroda the government, when you think about the closest authority is municipal corporation. So that was my first one. And second, how meditation helped me. So when I was since I was child, I was always interested in meditation. I don't know, somehow it was very fascinating. I was very fascinated since my childhood. I didn't know how to do it. So what I used to put a dot on the wall and I sit and stare. I had read somewhere you can do like that, you can concentrate. And somewhere I read that you can imagine Om and you can just see that in your. I had done many such things in my childhood and also in my adult life, but I got into Vipassana. My son passed away in 2018, and it was very hard for me. And somehow I thought that meditation will connect me to my son. Somehow I didn't go to resolve anything. I don't think I want to get over my son's feelings for my son or anything. But I went for Vipassana, and I wanted to do Vipassana since very long time because my mom also had done it like 25 years back. So that was on the back of my mind, and I met somebody who was a teacher of Vipassana. So it just like everything clicked at the right time, and I went and I did it, and I really liked it. It's more of rather than experience. People think that you get very vivid experiences and very mystical experiences. I don't think it's that those experiences are pleasure chases. I would not go for that. It's more Vipassana. I consider Vipassana as a pure because they don't want you to create some sensations and be like wowed. They observe yourself basically, and in observing yourself, things get resolved automatically. Whatever is bothering you, you face it. You have to observe silence for 10 days. You live almost like in solitude, and you meditate like 12 hours a day. Really wonderful. And since then, I've been doing it every day, at least one hour a day. If possible, I do morning and evening twice, 1 hour each. But right now, I'm mostly doing 1 hour in the morning.
Okay, awesome. It's 5:26.
It really helps you to see what is going on. It creates awareness in your own self that what you are doing.
Yep. Thank you so much.
Why you are doing, you'll understand that.
It's 5:26. We want to finish at 5:30. So
Sure.
I want to ask a few rapid fire questions. Just answer and don't defend your answer. Just answer. So the first question is, what would be your advice to your younger self who's just starting up? Didi?
Focus on revenues first.
Okay. Honey? Okay. Don't waste your time.
I would say niyat se barkat hai, good intention. Keep your good intention and you will reach your goal.
Okay. And which is your favorite book or a podcast? Ashna?
Sorry, I did not.
Which is your favorite book or a podcast?
Okay, love Brené Brown. So I read her books a lot.
Okay. Honey?
Yeah, how I build things like podcast.
Oh, yeah. It is amazing one. My favorite one also. Diti?
21 Lessons by Yuval Noah Harari. That's one of my favorite books. I really love it.
Okay.
And podcast, I listen to varied podcasts now and then again. But Naval, I like to listen to him. It's not a podcast, but I like to listen to him. There used to be Kapil Gupta. I used to listen to him also. I don't think he's posting anything, but it was not a podcast again. It was on SoundCloud.
Okay. And in your business life, which particular activity you enjoy doing the most? Diti?
Meeting people, getting to know new people and talking to them and making new friends. That's the most fulfilling part of it.
Okay. Honey?
Operations like sales and marketing or even
Wow.
yeah, I'm an operation manager.
Ashna?
More of connecting people at work, like talking to them, just connecting.
Awesome. I like organizing, moderating this panel discussion. But recently we started playing cricket with founders. So
Wow.
that is, so now I have to choose which is my favorite one among those two. But these two are among the top ones. And if everything, so I ask this question every time. If everything happens the way you imagine it would be, in that case, what would your business be, Diti?
My business would be, I would have multiple segments of businesses, and most which would interest me is education for kids, for underprivileged, and somehow I want to help underprivileged kids to get education. That would be
Okay.
my thing.
And Honey?
Yeah, so creating an umbrella for all kind of innovative assisted devices for who cannot afford. So it's affordable and innovative assisted devices under one roof.
It's 5:29. So Ashna, just give a one-word answer because I have one more round. Yes.
University, Psychopedia University.
Okay, awesome. So there are a lot many questions I want to ask, but we want to finish on time. So the last question is, if you were to describe your entrepreneurial journey in one word, what would that word be? Roller coaster is taken, and that is the name of our show. Just one word. And sometimes what happens, ending these online meetings is a tricky. So what we'll do every time, the moment the last person answers, I'll just immediately close the call. And friends, thank you so much for joining in. You can follow all of us on Leher app. And we have a lot of other interesting programs happening. You can join the Ichai club also, and we can stay connected. Diti, if you were to describe your entrepreneurial journey in one word, what would that word be?
Exciting.
Okay. Ashna, you'll be the last. Moment you say your word, I'll just close the call. Honey?
Passion.
Okay. Ashna?
Thriving.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining.